Guys, hi guys, look outside. The snow is melting. We had a good skift on this morning, but it's 28 degrees. And this garden out here is the one I want to start cleaning up because the hellebores are down there. My uh, can't think of those early bloomers. It'll come to me later, but all that needs to be cleaned up. But today's not the day. So what we are going to do today is I went downstairs and I was thinking about my caladiums, and I go to my box that is full of shredded newspaper, everything that you want to store your caladiums in. And beside the box were the two containers of the caladiums that I had hung and dried under. And so we're going to see today, when I took them out, they are really, really dry. But I read that you can hydrate them in water for an hour, and which is I've been doing. And if they come back, fine. But I'm going to start them earlier than what I usually do. This is the third year for these same caladium tubers. And so this year I'm going to start them a little earlier, see if I can get them to sprout, if they're going to sprout at all, because I'm concerned about that. But they've been hydrating for an hour, and they feel solid. So I think that's a good sign. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to plant them in potting mix, not seed starting mix. These caladiums are tropical plants, so they're going to be on a heat pat and under lights, a heat mat and under lights, until I see them sprouting. And
What are they going to be on?
heat mats, not pat. I don't know who Pat is. We're so funny sometimes, but anyhow,
We're hilarious.
we're hilarious. So anyhow, so these are going to go on a heat mat and lights until they're taken outside, because they like to be at least 70 degrees and they like the sunshine. So let's get started. And the way we're going to do this is I've already pre-moistened my potting soil, which is in this big bucket. And you want your potting mix to be wet enough that it clumps, but you don't want water dripping out of it. And you've seen that a lot. I'm going to put a couple inches of soil in these pots they've been rinsed out. I didn't clean them with Clorox or anything. They were just plants that came out of them with holes, because I'm going to be watering these when they dry out. Now, your caladiums don't like to be sitting in water, so they'll be moist but not wet. And I will check on them, and when they get dried out, I'll add a little water, put it back on the heat mats and under those lights. And when we're done, I'll show you where they're going to be. They're downstairs. Upstairs is such a nicer, it's not so dark, and I thought, well, let's do it upstairs because it's such a pretty day. So I'm putting a couple inches of soil in the pot, and then I'm going to take.
We have such a small house. We have to use every bit of our space.
Yeah, we had someone stop by today, and they actually said they have cabinets and dressers without anything in them. Now, wouldn't that be nice? But not Reg and I. We use every inch. So I'm going to stick these right on top of the soil, and then we're going to add soil on top. So let's get about 3 of these tubers. I've done this the last couple of years and had a lot of success, but we'll see without them being stored as they should have. Does anyone else go downstairs?
Well, what you were only storing them in shredded newspaper.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. And they were dry, and it wasn't a damp area they were in.
No, not at all.
So I'm optimistic. Let's just say that. I'm very optimistic. So I'm just going to put about 3 in a pot. And again, I'm going to put let me go ahead and get these like this. Soil on top just to cover them, because I want them to sprout. So just enough soil to sprout. And once they start sprouting and growing, last year I divided them out into bigger pots to give them more room. So I'm very positive that's what I have to do. But these are still solid. You can see, this is easy to tell how to plant your tubers, because you can see where last year's growth was. Yeah. Now, if you had any concerns, you're looking for little eyes like this. But otherwise, it says if you're not certain if this is the top or the bottom, put them on its side and it'll make its way up. So but I know what these are. So they're going right in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to have success, Raj.
Well, I hope so.
I do. If not, what do?
Buy more.
Buy more. That's what I like the best about you is like, yeah. Teresa.
Let's buy 2.
Buy 2. Buy 2. And so this is my project for today. I couldn't believe I went downstairs. I thought, Teresa, you got them two where you needed them. You didn't finish. But it's okay. No judgment, right? No judgment. Now, where are these? These are going to go in the water. They won't get planted. They'll get planted off camera. And once they soak and hydrate for a while. And I'll keep you posted on that because you probably want to know, did Teresa have any success with those tubers that she forgot to? Oh, those are the ones just put in there. See? All right, good. Now I'm just going to add soil to cover them up.
Let's see what they look like before you put the soil in.
Okay.
Wait, that's a little back off.
So they're just sitting on top of the soil. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just going to add soil on top of that. Not too much. And I'm going to just pack it in there a little bit. You can see the top of that one a little bit. So I'm going to add just a little bit on top of that. It's just about keeping the roots moist and in the soil so that they can hopefully start sprouting again. Hopefully. Like I said, I've had success in the past 2 years. If I don't, I'll do it again. Well, I really like caladiums. And so this is the last one. Yay. I had 2 big containers of soil all ready to go. I'm not going to have to use the 2. Get those covered. And then we'll take these downstairs. I have the heat mat on. The lights all rigged up. Thanks to Reg's help this morning. He's so practical. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let me rinse my hand off and I'll meet you downstairs where they're going to be until we see some sprouting. Guys, we're downstairs, and so my caladiums are on their heat mat, and the light is on, and this is where they're going to stay even once they start sprouting. And I will definitely show you once they start sprouting, because I'll be just as happy as you will be for me that they did sprout, even though they weren't stored as I planned them to be. So here we go. They will stay here for till it's warm enough to plant them outside. I was a little distracted there. I don't know what Mozart's doing. Anyhow, thanks for watching. What a great day, even though it's sunny, to do something inside. Check if you have any tubers, whether they're your caladiums or your dahlias, check on them, make certain that they don't need to be misted, and that they're staying nice and dry. So thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork, some indoor gardening again. Bye.